Hello everyone and welcome to the Saturday 8 p.m. draw of the 2015 Cool Duck at the Ardsley Curling Club. Our feature match this evening is Long Island against Long Island on sheet B. Want to give us the names there, Mike?
Yep, Long Island yellow with the obviously with the yellow rocks. Skip Dave Ruckdeschel, Vice Marianne McDonald. I'm told that she is the greatest wife in the world by her second, Brian McDonald, but I told Brian that she's the second greatest wife in the world. And the lead is Zach Ryan. Long Island red. Why don't you go ahead, Erin?
The skip is Matt Wall. Vice is Susan Peterson. Second is Adrienne Rondinelli. And the lead is Mandy Marone. We also have on sheet A, Team Potluck. I don't know where they're from. And Long Island 4.
And on our feature sheet B, the first red rock is on the way for Long Island 2.
And on sheet C, we have Jersey Pineland against, what is that, Virginia?
Feature rock is
Virginia.
Just halfway guard, way out in useless land on the right-hand side. Not sure they'll be using that later, Erin.
Well, there's a little piece of the 12-foot there that's guarding, so.
Very little.
You never know. It's 5 and under curling, so anything can happen.
True, but this is 1 and under broadcasting, so we'll have to see what happens.
I would also like to point out that this is the inaugural episode of Two Lawyers Talking About Curling with Mike Shalhoub and Erin Durba. We'll have some special guests later on in case you get bored with us, so don't tune out.
All right, so Yellow's lead is throwing their first rock. Not sure it's going to make the hog line, and it did not. So it is hog that comes out of play.
If any of you are parents who've never seen curling before, that's what we call a hog line violation. If it doesn't make it over that line, it's not in play. Although you can't actually see that line on your TV screen, so just take our word for it.
After all, we're two lawyers. You need to.
Even if you don't believe us, you still have to believe us.
And so next red rock is on the way. It's the last rock of their lead. The ice must be a little slow because that's 2 hog rocks.
But it's 5 and under curling, so you never know.
That'll be the answer for all the shots tonight?
Well, I'm a 6th-year curler, so I know from personal experience that 5 and under curling is a little unpredictable. And we have here in the booth hogged our own share of rocks, so there is no judgment here. Is anybody actually watching? Do we have viewers? Hey, we have 7 viewers. Welcome. Feel free to post in the comments, especially if you don't like what we're saying.
Tough to tell from this angle, but it looks like it's a free guard.
It is.
For Yellow.
We've got a center guard up for Yellow, so well done.
And it looks like the skip is calling for this rock to draw right in, going right after it.
And that is the second. That's Adrienne delivering that stone.
Looks a little bit light.
But it might end up being a pretty good corner guard, so that's a positive. All right, so we got nothing in the house yet on sheet B, but we've got a couple of guards up, so some things can happen here.
So this is Brian McDonald, who was talking before about having the best wife in the world. I'll let him believe that he does.
Did you actually interview him before the game?
I did. I tried to interview everybody, but I only got to him.
Oh, good. Everybody else ignored you and refused to answer your questions?
Welcome to my life, Erin.
You get a lot of no comments, and a few people might have taken the 5th because he is a lawyer.
Well,
looks like
he looks like sent that one sailing.
Yep, it's going right through. But I promise you someone will eventually get a rock in the house.
So Adrienne's throwing her second rock. And Matt is calling for her to draw in behind those 2 corner guards. while she's throwing, I don't know if you can hear the background noise, but there's probably 50 people hanging out, eating and drinking behind us and in front of us in the warm room here at Ardsley.
There's also some wagering on the outcome of the matches. Friendly wagering.
I think it's not on the outcome of the matches. They're betting on every rock.
That's true. They are. All right, now we've got a double corner guard up on sheet B.
Yeah, there's quite a wall of rocks in front of the house.
Somebody's going to get in there eventually. And when they do, they're going to be very well undercover. Who you got throwing?
Brian throwing his second rock. He's got that sailing out right. A little less weight.
He might get a nice little tap up here on this yellow if he's got enough weight. See what happens.
They're not sweeping.
So the weight's there. Oh, we might get these rocks split in. Oh, not quite.
Is it in?
They're not in.
The vice for Long Island 2, Susan Peterson, getting ready to throw her first rock.
Looks like we're calling for a double takeout on those two yellow rocks in the front of the house.
Looks a little light for a takeout.
Oh, maybe he called a draw. No, that's a takeout. Looks like she might get one of the yellows. And she does. Well, no, she didn't.
The dreaded back four takeout.
Okay, so that takeout was a little bit light, and she tapped the yellow rock to the back of the 4-foot. So we do now have a counting stone.
Now, Erin, remind me, are you a member of Long Island Curling Club?
I am not. I have played there once or twice.
So Long Island Curling Club, for those of you who don't know, is in Belmore. It's an arena rink. They curl, what, 1 or 2 days a week?
I think they play at least 2 days a week, and they recently opened a winter league. Used to just play in the summer, but very active club. Active enough to have 2 teams of 5 and under curlers here this weekend. Or 4 teams of 5 and under curlers, actually.
4 teams, and at least the
Oh.
Long Island, the team throwing yellow rocks, they're for the most part second-year curlers.
I'm told that we actually have 5 Long Island teams by our director, Mr. Schuster, here.
Yes, we have a fact checker in the booth, so every time we say something wrong, we'll be corrected.
And that's going to happen a lot. What happened there with the red rock?
The red rock is on the way.
Oh, okay. Looks like they're playing a tap up.
So it's Susan's rock again.
Like perhaps not enough curl here to tap up the red. So
looks like it's going to be tapping up the yellow. So unfortunately for red, they have successfully put 2 yellow rocks in the house.
It's 5 and under curling. I've done it myself more often than I'd care to admit. So it looks like yellow is, for some reason, playing a takeout on the red rocks that are out in front.
I'm going to adopt your quote. It is 5 and under curling. He's probably trying to throw a guard on running those rocks back.
I think I would have guarded that, yeah. But what do I know? I'm just the commentator. Well, no harm, no foul.
And it probably helps them a little bit.
There is now a, nope, never mind.
It's another guard.
There's another guard. I suspect we're going to be seeing another tap up here from red. Long Island 2.
And I know that everybody can see all 3 sheets. We'll keep you posted on scores and shots in that area as well. But it's first end, so we'll stick with the feature sheet for now.
Red is getting ready to throw. I think the call here for Mr. Wall is going to be a tap up on the red that's closest to the center line. Hopefully get it to the button.
Weight looks okay for the shot. No, a little light.
Looks a little narrow, a little light maybe. Looks like it's going to over curl. And it does over curl. So we've got now a solid wall of red rocks out in front of the house. And 2 yellows counting.
With all those reds, it would be kind of hard to miss a promote if you wanted to throw one.
You would think. You would think if they try another tap up, they are bound to hit one of them. I'm not sure what the call is here from yellow. Hopefully it's a guard.
That would make sense.
I understand we have some relatives listening in on our broadcast. Hello to Mike's father.
Hi, Dad.
We have 7 people watching, so we're getting very popular. It was down to 6 for a minute there. That might have been your dad. He had enough and logged off.
Dad, if it is you, I can't pick up the phone while we're talking here.
He can, but all 7 people are going to hear your conversation. So. If you can hear all that noise in the background, we're now raffling off various alcoholic and other prizes, so people are very excited about that.
Erin's been a successful day hawking raffle tickets.
Yes, I have a pocket full of money right now. I am going to have to give it to the club at some point. All right, so yellow has decided on a shot here. I think it's
probably a guard.
Probably a guard, I hope.
Well, he drove out pretty hard.
It looks like a fair amount of weight, but that's usually a slow line way out there. Looks like he's going to draw in.
With that wall there,
That
it's not a terrible idea.
Right on by.
Yeah, they swept it so it wouldn't curl and knock out both of them.
All right, so red has got one more.
And
red has got one more shot at that tap up.
And Jordan Becker, who has not been around all season, won the first raffle prize. He's happy.
He is an associate member, so he is qualified to enter the raffle. Also, he gave me $20, so I gave him raffle tickets.
All right, so Matt Wall is back here looking to promote one of the wall of reds in front of him.
There you go.
We'll see if Erin is right that you can't miss one of these 4 rocks.
There are 4 rocks in a row. He's bound to hit one of them.
And Dion War is rooting for this shot. Go, Matt from Schenectady.
All right, well, he's bound to hit something.
Now, can he get it square, get it to the house?
It looks like he's got the nose. This is looking like a really good shot.
Well done.
Oh, very well played there.
Very nice shot. So
Dion
War, good call on rooting for Matt from Schenectady.
I forget who has, I guess yellow has hammer here. Looks like yellow's got one more rock to throw, but red is sitting one buried behind a wall of red stone, so they're in a good position to steal one this end. I'm not sure what the call here is for yellow. What do you think?
Hit and roll off his own yellow?
I think if I were them, I might be throwing it away. Looks like he's trying a hit and roll off the outside yellow, but that's...
I don't think that's going to get there,
doesn't look like
Erin.
enough weight.
At the same time, Team Wall gets one in the first, steals one in the first. Jordan Becker wins yet another bottle of wine.
I suspect he cheated. Also, he may have been the last person to put his tickets in. So on sheet A, it looks like we have yellow counting 2. And yellow is Team Potluck, skipped by Sam Williams. And on sheet C, Looks like we have red counting 3, and that is the CCVA team, skipped by Scott Burk. But still some rocks to be thrown on those sheets.
All right, so Mandy Marone getting set to throw first rock in the second end, coming back here towards the warm room. For those interested, Jordan has a bottle of red and a bottle of white.
And pretty soon he's going to be singing like Billy Joel.
Let's hope not.
You never know with Jordan. We might bring him on to sing to our 6-person audience.
All
See
right.
if we can get that number down to 3.
So Mandy threw first rock down that line a little bit slow. She hogged it. So nothing in the house.
Hey, I just won the raffle.
Zach Ryan with his first rock.
All right, so I just won the raffle, and I won myself a bottle of red wine, so go me.
Go you. Can you open it?
I can, if they bring it over to me. Thank you. You got a bottle opener?
I was teasing. No need.
I got a nice 2012 Malbec. I bet you that's delicious. I think we're going to bring on our first guest
All right,
in
so
a moment.
Zach's rock slips to the back 12. And who might our first guest be?
I'm thinking this guy right here.
Some of you out there,
You want to save him for later?
Matt Gallegos is sneaking around looking like he wants a mic.
No, we're thinking of bringing you on as our first guest, Matt, so could happen. All right. We're going to promise you later you might get some Gallegos.
He is shy, so we'll have to do some talking to get him to come on.
Most of you who are watching probably know Matt already. We also have Mike Spencieri, who was commentating last night. We're going to bring him on later.
And Mandy just put up a nice high center guard.
We've got a yellow rock in the back 12. See on sheet A, it looks like...
May have to wait till they hang the score.
I think it might have been 2 for yellow, but I don't want to get ahead of myself.
And on sheet C right now, at the last rock about to be thrown, red is sitting 2.
3, actually, on sheet C.
3?
Yep. There's one in the top 12, one in the top 8, and one on top 4.
On sheet 3, yellow's trying to draw, at least to cut them down. Not going to get there, though, from the looks here.
Well, I can't see the angles, but I think I would have thrown it as hard as I could and tried to get rid of some of those reds. But it looks like a score of 3 for red on sheet C. And that would be CCVA, Scott Burk.
And on sheet A, Team Potluck, Yellow Rock scored 2.
Here on sheet B, we've got yellow sitting 1 behind a couple of guards.
Looks like red may be trying to draw down to the yellow in the back of the house.
We've got a little bit of a crowd in front of the window here, but it looks like red's going to draw right in there.
Oh, it's going to be a little... Actually, it works out well.
It's a really nice shot.
Freezes right to it.
Right down to the backing. Who threw that?
Who threw that?
Somebody on the red team. Was that Adrienne?
They could still lead rocks.
All right, we'll say that was Mandy then. We've got yellow, presumably trying to follow that last one down. And that's Brian.
Weight looks decent from here.
Sweepers are on and off it, so that's usually a good sign. And now they're going really hard because it's a little bit light. So that's going to come up short of the house. Now we have Adrienne throwing the red rocks. It looks like she's going to try to draw another one in there. Weight looks pretty heavy. If you hear the booing, that's got nothing to do with the game. That's people disliking the results of the raffle, apparently.
Wade actually turned out to be pretty good.
Yeah. It's actually a really nice shot there.
So red is sitting 2, 1 behind cover, 1 not. So Brian's about to throw, and
I think we're going to see another draw here.
yeah, I was about to say, Aaron, I didn't see where he was looking for it. Ice is a little tight for a draw.
I haven't been able to tell how much it's curling, but
He was wide anyway.
so it was all by design. Wade
The
looks
broom is just a
pretty
suggestion.
Decent. Well, this is looking really good. It's a really nice shot by Brian. Right down to the 4 foot, looks like. It's going to be tough to get that one out of there. Looks like Jordan Becker won some more prizes here in the raffle. We might have to bring him on later to talk about his winnings.
So Adrian's rock on the way, trying to draw down or maybe tap back that.
Yeah, I think we're looking at a takeout maybe. Just got to get the corner of this and try to chip it out sideways. And that looks
In the
not
back
bad,
4,
not
but
a bad result.
But it's pretty wide open if they want to take a look at it.
Yep. Just moved it the other side of the house. Pretty good spot.
But Skip Dave hasn't even looked to the left side of the house.
Not sure what the call is here from the red team. Guard or takeout? Guard.
I think he's trying to draw into that right-hand side, our right-hand side of the house, so left-hand side of the house. Nothing to guard out there. Probably looking to split the house. Just came up light.
Good point. All right, so we still have yellow counting 1. I suspect we're going to see a... Nope, looks like we're going to see a draw. I was thinking we'd see a takeout.
Yep, once again, we have an awful lot of rocks in play.
Yep. I think if I were playing the red rocks here, I'd probably try to take out that yellow, sit 3. But it looks like we're going to see a draw, sit 1. Ooh, we're up to 8 viewers. Oh, back down to 7.
I like the takeout too, but he knows his team. We don't.
That's true. That is true. And it is 5 and under curling, so you never know.
So what happens with 5 and under curling?
Anything can happen in 5 and under curling. All right, so we still got yellow counting 1. I think we're looking at...
It's Marianne McDonald.
Yeah, I'm not sure what the call is. I don't know if he's calling a double tap. I think you could still draw in, count those reds if you just come around our right side here.
He may be raising the red. He is going to tap the red. Not going to be far enough to get in, though.
Nope. Well, that takeout on the yellow is still available, should he choose to play it. But looks like we've got another call for a draw.
Red just does not like that hit. The rock on the right-hand side of the house.
Maybe he's saving it for himself. Oh, no, wait a minute. He's throwing. Well, if he gets one in here under cover, he'll be in pretty good shape. But I think that court there on the left is still wide enough to get another draw in if you're yellow, right?
No, it should be, but I haven't been watching the ice tonight, so I'm not sure how much it's curling.
Red rock is on the way.
They're sweeping really, really hard. It's
Weight
pretty
actually
light.
looks, yeah,
Halfway guard.
looks like we're going to end up with a guard. It's pretty far out there in the 12-foot.
I'm going to digress for a second because a big thank you went out to Tom and Barbara Wilt for all of the very nice wines that they contributed towards the raffle tonight. They're very big supporters of the club, and we appreciate it.
Yes, thank you, Tom and Barb, for this lovely bottle of wine that I recently won and will enjoy immensely, I'm sure.
So it looks like Dave wants to draw through those two reds, 4-foot and light 2.
It's a good call. What yellow will be left with if he makes this is a hit on one of those yellows and a roll under.
They haven't liked that shot for some reason, so
I guess it's possible we can't see the angles very well, but it's possible it's not there. Yellow rock is on the way.
They're not sweeping, they're just looking at it. It looks pretty wide. It's just falling out towards short sheet C. Now it's starting to dig in.
Looks like we're going to get another tap on the red.
And that's going to tighten up the hit port a little bit. Nope, I'm on the opposite side of the ice. So
it's also 1 and under announcing, so
yeah.
Anything can happen. All right, we're still playing the draw.
We're looking at the monitor and the ice, and they're opposite of each other, and I'm not good with left and right to begin with.
Excuses, excuses.
And we're 1 and under.
All right, so this is the fifth or sixth try at this draw, so somebody's going to make it eventually.
Alternatively, the definition of insanity is trying the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result. It's on the way. They're sweeping hard.
Looks like it's narrow to me, but it's a little bit hard to tell from up here.
Oh, they might be able to get it by. It's by the guard.
Oh, it's looking
very
good.
Nice.
See that? What do I know? A little heavy, but looks like it might just end up in a good spot. No?
Yellow is still shot.
We've still got yellow counting 1. Looks like they can probably get through that port
Yellow
on the
is
left
1,
side.
and then red is 2, 3, and 4.
Hey, we've got some agreement here from the commentators that yellow or red could have played that hit on the yellow. I feel vindicated.
So CPA, CCM, whoever you are, thank you.
If anyone would like to disagree, we'll give a shout out to you too. Looks like yellow's going to play that same draw, follow that red one down, and try to score 2.
Yeah, because Aaron, if red throws that hit and make it, they're lying 3.
Yeah. But it could end up being a, no harm done. You never know. This is a draw with all sorts of backing, so what tends to happen in 5 and under curling is that you leave this one light and just barely over the hog line.
So Dave's shot is on the way. Sweepers are just cleaning it, not really paying close attention to it. Once again, it's falling a bit towards the other sheet.
But looks like it's wide. And that's going to be a score of 1 yellow.
So after 2 here on our feature sheet, the score is 1-1.
And on sheet A, it looks like we have red counting 1. That's Danielle Mahoney.
With skips rocks to go on sheet A.
And on sheet C, there are people in the way, but it looks like we've also got red counting 1.
Red counting 1.
And that is CCVA Scott Burk again. He's already got a 3-0 lead.
Well, it's taken a little bit to get this third end started, but the lead is finally in the hack, getting ready to throw. Yellow scored, so they go first. The shot is on its way.
The good news is that sheet B is moving quite a bit faster than the other two sheets, so that's always a positive.
The sweepers are sweeping hard. This looks like it could be a good center guard, which is pretty much what you want in this spot. Stop sweeping, don't get it past the center line.
And that is a very nice center guard thrown by Zach. Looks pretty perfect to me. Oh, we're up to 9 viewers.
All right. Mandy Marone getting ready. Is he having her draw around? I missed the signal.
Looks like it.
Based on the ice, she's going to draw around, try to draw behind that guard into the house.
It's sometimes a good idea in these 5 and under spiels to find out if the opposition's front end can make shots. So play into the house. Looks like this is going to just tick off and roll through.
One option could have been with it that heavy would be to play the tick shot, just have them not sweep as much, tick it off out of the way and get a corner guard.
Yeah, you would have gotten a nice roll into the house if you'd done that, but you also got to be careful not to remove that center guard.
Second lead rock of yellow is on its way. Looking to draw behind the guard. The rock that's there is a guard.
Looks like it might be a little bit light.
Yeah, sweepers are working hard. Oh, even if it's light, it's somewhere near the center line. It's a good guard.
All right, we've got 2 yellow center guards, so we've got a decent setup if they're trying to steal.
Some popular person won a prize behind us. I'm not sure who it was, but there was a lot of hooting and hollering.
I wonder who won the Ranger tickets.
Not you, I guess.
I guess not. It's okay, I've got a bottle of wine. Can console myself with it.
Maybe Matt Zuccarello will come over and enjoy that wine with you.
Or Henrik Lundqvist.
Slumming with seconds, that's okay. And while we were joking about the Rangers read through their rock through. So we still have 2 center guards. I suspect yellow's going to want to draw around behind those.
I would imagine that's the call. What happened with that red rock? Did it go through?
Just threw it through.
Okay.
It was wide our right.
It looks like we are down to the hammer on sheet A. And red is still counting 1, so this should be either a hit or a draw for 2.
Draw for 2. They're going to need full 4 foot. There's a second rock is yellow, about halfway in the 4.
That's an awful lot of weight. So
and a bit wide, I think.
This might be a hit.
They may take their yellow out.
Oh. Well, that was a little bit of a wayward shot there on sheet A, so it's going to be a score of 1 for yellow.
So yellow steals 1, and that gives them a 3-0 lead on A.
So that's Sam Williams, team potluck with a 3-0 lead.
So Brian McDonald has his rock underway. Might be a little bit heavy.
Yep. Looks like he just ticked the yellow guard sideways and rolled out. So we still have 2 yellow center guards and nothing in the house on sheet B. And on sheet C, I didn't see what happened, but it looked like it might have been another score for red.
I wasn't looking at C, so I'm not sure. They haven't put the score up. We'll let you know when they do.
We've got red trying to draw behind those guards.
Looking a little heavy as well.
Yeah.
Sweepers are nowhere near that rock.
It's going to go right through.
Is it going to hang around? Nope. So still 2 yellow center guards. Tells you how important lead rocks are in this game.
It does. You never know how important lead rocks are until you try to skip without them.
Welcome to Thursday nights.
Also Tuesday and Friday and Sunday.
Yeah. Anyway, so yellow looks like
this one's going through as well.
Pretty fast track. Between the two ends, we've seen an awful lot of rocks basically on that same line.
Yeah. Well, a lot of times what happens is after a couple of ends, the ice speeds up, and you see a lot of rocks going through until everybody gets used to it. Still no score up on sheet C, but it looks like yellow must have scored because they threw first.
So now Adrian's trying to draw around behind those two yellow guards. She looks tight and light. Sweepers are really working hard. They may get it by. They've done a great job.
And not quite. But it looks like that red rock might just spill into the house. Nope, not quite. So we're looking at another wall of stones building up here in front of the house.
Well, that rock's in a good spot for Matt to use it later in the end.
Looks like yellow's going to try draw under again. Ice looks a little tight, but they would know better than we would where to put the broom.
Yeah, a lot of times it's pretty easy from back here behind the glass.
So much easier to call a game from up here. And this one is looking like it's going to crash on the guards.
And this end, we've got a yellow wall of rocks.
Yes, a yellow wall with a red rock that's not quite in the house. We have a very popular item being auctioned off at the moment. It's the duck costume.
And Susan's trying to draw behind those rocks, but coming the other way. Rocks falling again to sheet C. So there must be something with the ice.
It's unfortunate that we can't give you a camera shot of the warm room right now because someone is about to put on a duck costume.
Well, you're a lawyer, so why don't you just give us a good description when they have it on. All right, yellow's about to throw.
Still no rocks in the house. And this one,
Sweepers
I'm
are
not
working
sure where
it.
it's going. Looks like it's on the guards, but they might be able to let it curl past. Let it curl. Oh.
Well, move a couple rocks around, but still have a lot of yellows in front. With no rocks counting. There are no rocks in the house, folks, just a lot of rocks out front.
Here's your video of the warm room. Nobody in costume just yet. We'll see if we can get somebody to put that duck costume on for you. So.
And on sheet C, JPCC scored 2, so the score is 3-2. With Red Rocks CCVA winning.
Looks like we might get a little bit of a red tap here. And we now have a counting stone here on sheet B. It is a red rock, just barely touching the 12-foot. But the good news is red has hammer, so that's not a bad shot for it. I don't know who you are, CPA, CCM, but you're very nice too.
This is Dave coming back, right?
We'll keep you updated on whether anyone actually does put on the duck costume. There's a lot of chance in favor of it here.
So I think Dave is probably trying to draw around behind the guards, although in theory he could be trying to hit that red rock and roll in, but not with that ice, I don't think.
Yeah. It's going to be tough to play a hit way out there on this ice, but...
So Dave's getting ready to throw. He's off.
Does not look like
he might have thrown it off to the right, his right a little bit.
Yeah, does not take out weight. And it looks like it's heading off onto sheet C. So that one is out of play.
I wonder, Aaron, if there's something going on that right-hand side, because we've seen a few rocks slide off that way, coming both ways.
Yeah, I'm not sure. It usually runs pretty straight out there, but you also get new curlers who tend to kind of chuck the rock out when they have to throw out that far, so that's possible too.
Even us experienced curlers.
Even us experienced curlers, especially when we get tired or had a few drinks.
And it is a late game. This team has played at least one other game today.
That's true. These guys
two.
might have played a couple games already. Oh, we've got a duck costume.
We have a duck
Come on
duck
over
costume.
here, Mr. Duck. We're going to interview the duck in a moment if we can get him to come over here.
We need you to come over.
Get yourself
on the camera.
What's your name?
There you are.
Helms, Albany.
Welcome and congratulations on winning the duck costume.
Thank you. It's very important.
All right. We're glad that we have Guy in a duck costume for you. We've been
out there to curl on sheet A at 10:15.
Will you be in costume?
Yeah, that's why I bought the tickets in.
You've heard it here first, folks. You will have a man in a duck costume curling tomorrow morning at 10:15, so tune in. Tonight at 10:15, so tune in and root for the duck.
Yeah.
That was pretty good, Aaron, for your first color spot. Very
yeah,
nicely
it's my
done.
first on-air interview, so go me.
Go you.
Over here on sheet B, we've got still that one little rock counting out there in the 12-foot. At least it looks like it's counting from here.
Again, I'm not sure what Dave is trying to do here, whether he's trying to hit or draw in. I suspect the hit, but
might be.
Because he tightened the ice up.
I think the draw is an equally valid shot here, but it's hard to tell with that ice. It could be either, I suppose.
All right, so he's sliding out. Better release this time, but still sliding to the right a little bit.
Looks like draw weight to me. Looks like they might just get that.
Looks like hit and roll. No, they're off
maybe.
it.
Oh,
Very
look,
nicely
that's a
done.
beautiful shot.
Excellent shot.
It's like he's going to end up right under cover.
He's in the back eight.
Very well done.
Back eight behind cover. They could probably come with a lot of weight right up the middle, but I don't think they're going to do that.
Well, it definitely looks like that hole is there, but it's a pretty tricky port to navigate. You could just throw control weight at that, I think.
Up the middle.
Yeah.
You think control weight gets that? I think you got to throw regular, maybe even peel.
Port looks pretty big. As long as you get past the outside guards there, I think you could get it. But
well, in any event, we're not throwing.
We're not throwing that shot anyway. It's also behind the tee line, so the draw is a good option too.
And the rock is off. Sweepers are not going right at it. They're just walking alongside. So they like the weight. The rock is falling off to the right-hand side again.
Yep. Looks like that's not going to be in the house.
And we'll see if these more junior skips are really seeing that what's happening out there and not try to play that kind of shot later in the game.
Yep. That's it's an important part of the learning process. All right, so we had a score of 1 yellow. And it is
so
now
it's 3-1.
3-1. On sheet A, it looks like we have yellow counting 1 with some rocks yet to play. And on sheet C, same thing, yellow counting 1. But an awful lot of red in that house as well.
All right, we're getting started pretty quickly back here on our feature sheet C. Yellow rock is on the way.
I guess they must learn to play quick on Long Island if they have to get off the ice, right? Before the Zamboni runs them over.
Or before Matt Shiner beats him on the head and tells him they got to get going.
Well, I know last year he may have held up some not so nice signs to the people who were playing slowly here. So.
Well, very, very nice weight for the lead there, drawing to the 8-foot. And
looks like we're going to get a hit here from red. Looks like that was a little narrow, so the sweepers are going to have to work hard on this one.
Matt's there looking at it pretty closely. Yeah, it looks like it may be off that rock.
Looks like it might be gone. So that's going to be a flash.
Erin, don't you have a purple sweater, fleece jacket like that one?
Do I have a what?
Purple fleece jacket like she does?
I have a bright pink one, so not quite the same color.
I'm a guy. Colors are not my strong suit.
We're being photographed for the cool duck here. I think we need to give him the picture of the duck, though. That was a highlight.
The duck was good.
Highlight of the broadcast.
Okay, so the lead on yellow's throwing their second rock, trying to throw a guard, most likely. Sweepers are sweeping, but they're not really going at it. They should be.
Well, yeah, that's going to be hogged, so sweepers gave up on that one. So I think we'll see another hit.
Yep.
Probably a little bit more ice. That one over curled, even though it was narrow, so a little bit more ice and maybe on the broom this time.
The broom is just a suggestion.
I think you got to sweep that one. Oh.
I think they've got this shot made.
Looks pretty good.
Oh, it's hanging out. Will it stay in the house
after
hits?
That's a very nice shot,
Very well
right
done.
to the nose. The tough thing about being a lead, especially at this level, is you throw guards pretty much all game, and then somebody asks you to throw a takeout. You don't always make them. But that was very well done.
I think that was the second.
Yeah. Oh, that was the second?
That was Adrian.
All right. No excuses then. All right, so with red counting 1, I don't think this is a hit with the broom where it is.
Well,
we'll have to wait and see.
I think it is. He was tapping the red rock
okay.
and looks like he's giving ice for a hit.
Might be setting up for a blank end here.
And the fellow in the duck suit is now sitting in the front row in front of A, watching the game.
That looks a little bit wayward, so just a bit outside.
Yeah, I think Brian lost his balance a little bit and couldn't get it back.
I think we're going to see red put another one in the house here, or try to. All right, we're going to bring Mike Spensieri on for a bit. You know him as, got a microphone for Mike?
Many people are not going to know Mike's.
Good evening, curling fans out there. Mike Spensieri here to talk a little curling with you. How have things been going in this match here, Mike and Erin?
Well, it's a little bit hit or miss, but it's 5 and under curling, so that's kind of to be expected. But we have a tight game. It's 2-1 after 3 ends. So.
Well, that's about as tight as it gets through 3. Are we playing in the C event here? What's going on?
This is indeed the C event.
Okay. My cheat sheet doesn't say, but I'll take Mike's word for it.
Well, we're playing on sheet B, so.
It could possibly be
No,
the event.
It's definitely the C event.
And
Definitely the C
this
event.
is a C event quarterfinal.
All right.
So the winner of this match still has a little bit of sledding to go. They are going to have to play a couple more matches to get to the final here.
And since it's Long Island versus Long Island, Mike here can give us some intel on the people who are playing.
Well, Long Island should have been familiar with the ice last night. Very sluggish, very slow. Tonight looks like things are a little more normal. So they should be out of their element.
And Mike, who's talking, is a member of the Long Island Curling Club, although he plays here regularly.
Yep, I know everybody on this ice. They're all stellar human beings. Several of them also curl up here at Ardsley. And we're glad to have them up here as well. And, you know, one of these days we'll hopefully have our own facility on Long Island and be able to host some serious events out there.
You know, we talked before a little bit about Long Island and where you are, but what days do you curl and what are the...
Well, currently in the winter, Long Island, they have ice on Saturday nights. And we are running 2 leagues concurrently. So if you play in a league on a Saturday night, you play every other weekend. If you play in both, you play every weekend. And, you know, that's what it is. We almost had an opportunity to get some Thursday ice, but we didn't because, well, hockey rules the things on Long Island.
Those darn hockey players.
Nope.
All right, looks like we're going to end up with a guard here for yellow. I assume they were trying to draw in and came up a little bit short.
They're overcompensating.
Ah. Well, they were probably hoping for some slow ice and didn't get it. But it's Long Island versus Long Island, so they're at least on equal footing.
Here comes Susan Peterson on the delivery. Her longtime boyfriend, Dan Gerlach, recently proposed to her via curling stone at the Long Island Curling Club. He literally bought a proposal handle and presented it to her during a match, and that's how that went.
I hope she said yes.
Fortunately for everybody involved, she did. Yes, Mike.
Because otherwise he'd be really depressed every time he saw that stone.
It was actually pretty incredible. It was a real spectacle.
Looks like we've got a nice draw here by the red team. Red is now counting 2.
Nice sweeping there by Huey, Dewey, and Louie.
We do have some duck-themed T-shirts on Long Island. Which one is that? Long Island 1?
Long Island 1.
Long Island 2.
Well, Huey was on the delivery, I think.
You're right, Long Island 2.
Got a takeout on the way.
Sweepers
Susan.
are working hard, trying to hold it.
They're on it. They're off it.
Very nice shot.
Very nice shot. Very well played by Susan. No, was that Susan?
Right there.
No, Marianne. I'll get it right by the end of the game.
And by the time we learn it, it'll be time to hang up the mics. They'll never let us be back here again.
Nope. Hey, we've got 11 viewers, so
We're up to 11?
the word is spreading. We're going viral.
We've redefined viral for the purpose of this conversation.
You guys can't see
We're lawyers.
this.
We can redefine anything we want.
It's not visible on the camera, but they are blowing up a gigantic life-size duck right in front of Sheet B as we speak. And we will be using that duck on the ice as soon as it's full-sized.
We will make sure to show you a video of that as well.
There are 2 guys blowing as hard as they can into this duck. I wish we could put that on video.
That would be a nice video to have. So Mike has left us. That was all he had to say about his friends from Long Island.
And I've known Mike a long time, but it's the first time I've heard his radio voice with the wonderful, sweet, dulcet tones.
He's got a voice that's made for radio. Or a face that's made for radio, yes.
Now. You didn't say that when he was standing here.
He knows that I would say that if he were still standing here.
So there was some discussion between Dave and his vice about what shot to take here.
Well, I'm not sure what the shot call was. It looks like maybe a tap on that yellow.
That's what I would think.
You could also take out that red.
It could, but with that much ice, he's probably playing the tap.
Yep.
Not sure his front end agrees. He's needing to convince them.
Oh, they're having another conversation down at the other end of the ice. If it weren't so noisy in here, we might be able to hear what they're saying, but alas.
CPA CCM has been a longtime viewer of this program. He can now partially see the duck.
Oh, interesting. I guess it's behind the glass. I do see a yellow.
Yes,
yes,
that is it.
There is. We have Gennaro Monaco working really hard on blowing up that, that yellow blur you can see in the warm room glass.
Aaron, you have the duck, I have the rock. The rock is on the way.
That is Team Brooklyn, actually. All three of them are working on it. Their skip is not even watching. She should really be yelling at them to blow harder.
All right, and Dave's rock. I think he was trying to tap, but he came out wide and threw it out wide, and it just went through the house.
Aha, it looks like CPA has identified himself as Jim Borgia. Hi, Jim.
Hey, hello, Jim. Jim, it's Saturday night. What are you doing?
I don't know why he's not here.
One of the fellows in the Brooklyn team has got a really red neck from blowing up this thing with the Dodger hat on.
Yeah, I think Team Brooklyn needs to work on their lung capacity during the off season because it's slow going. All right, I didn't.
You're
see
a tough crowd, Aaron. Well, the yellow rock threw through the house, and now.
Okay. All right, so it looks like we're going to probably get a tap up from Red now. Either that or a
Red's going
takeout.
to try and tap it through lie 2.
Well, that's quite a lot of weight, so we might be looking at a takeout.
Sweepers are really going. It's curling a lot. I think he's got the shot
looks
made.
Looks like he's got it.
Oh,
looks like we got a beautiful hit. And
not hard enough to get it through, though.
Sweep really hard there.
Just tapped it to the back 4.
For the Vice. Well, the line was terrific. The weight just wasn't quite there. The Brooklyn team is now taking a break from blowing up the duck. I think maybe they need reinforcements.
Find Matt Shiner, tell him to get over there and give him a hand.
I actually think Matt Gallegos, with all his running and biking and swimming, ought to be good at that. Well, at least we know Jim finds this entertaining. Oh, and there goes Nick Beaton. I think he could help out with that, too.
Nick Beaton from Ardsley in the first event finals tomorrow.
Yeah, we're very proud
nice
of him.
Tonight.
His team is Corey Fisher, and who's his second? I know Vinay is his lead.
Vinay and Steve?
And Steve Agostino, yes. Guys have played really well this weekend, so congratulations to them.
So now Dave is going to be looking to tap, I imagine, to tap the red back into the yellow.
Apparently Jim does not get cable because he thinks we're the best thing on television.
I hope that Diane is out doing something fun. I think I would have come the other way here, Aaron.
Hey, Jim, if you have another beer, we're even funnier. All right, looks like Yellow's trying to draw one in. Looks like the sweepers needed to be on that. Oh, maybe it's just a guard.
No, I think you're right, Aaron. They needed to be on it.
The question from who's Beaton playing tomorrow? Nutmeg?
It's a Nutmeg team. I don't know. It's either Nutmeg or Plainfield team.
I think it was Nutmeg. It is Nutmeg 1 playing Mr. Beaton in the A final tomorrow, and that is Craig Doucette, Mike McCarthy, Larry Boccieri, Andrew Hancock, and Aaron Duchette. I do not know which of those 5 will be playing tomorrow, but I'm sure it'll be a great game.
Dykes runners-up last year.
Last year's Dykes runners-up against Mr. Beaton's Dykes entry for this year. All right, so we have Yellow counting 1 here, and it looks like Red's going to play a run back on that center stone. Remind me, was it Red that made the beautiful run back in the first time?
It was.
It was, so they're going to try to replicate their success here. Maybe it's his signature shot. What do you think?
Could be.
You got make or miss? I'll take make.
You'll take make?
Oh, and they are sweeping this, so it looks like it's going in another direction, so maybe they called something else.
I don't know what the call was.
Well, if he had been playing the tap back, I would have said he'd make it, but. All right, so whatever the call was, it was not a successful shot. It's like we've got a score, a steal of 1 for the yellow team. That is Long Island 1.
So that gets them to 4-1. On sheet A, yellow is lying 2.
And on sheet C, it looks like yellow is lying 1.
And yellow is potluck on sheet A and JPCC on
Jersey
sheet
Pineland.
C. Jersey Pines?
Jersey Pineland. I'm not
should
sure
know.
exactly where they are, but it's somewhere in New Jersey where there are pine trees.
That's a good part of New Jersey, I think.
Somewhere in New Jersey.
Exit 7.
I don't know. We'll have to ask them when they get off the ice. Maybe Jim knows. Or you could Google it for us.
Leeds Rock is on the way on sheet B.
I wonder how the Rangers are doing. Oh, the Rangers are up 1-0. How about that? I didn't know.
Paying
who
attention
scored.
to the important game out here.
9 minutes left in the first. Looks like we've got a sort of fish center-ish guard on sheet B.
You know, the dreaded half center guard,
Half
half
center
corner
guard.
guard.
The problem is if you're the skip with hammer, you don't know what to do with it. You draw behind it, you put up your own corner guard. Looks like we're going to get a draw behind.
Sweepers are just walking it down.
Looks like this might be a back house. Sweeper sure thinks so. Oh, might come down, might stick around. What do you think?
Back line, out.
Oh, that's going right through. Oh, no.
Back 12.
See, this is why I'm terrible at calling weight while I'm sweeping.
It's tough to call weight from 175 feet away.
It is true. That's true. Yeah, that's my excuse. Still got some rocks going on sheets A and C. Oh, and our director has looked this up. The Jersey Pinelands Curling Club is in Medford, New Jersey, wherever that is. And they are brand new. They curl in Mount Laurel, New Jersey at the Igloo Ice Rink, and they were just founded in May 2014. So welcome to the GNCC, Jersey Pinelands.
So on sheet A, yellow still lies 2.
And sheet B, we've got a really nice draw behind the center-ish guard by the yellow team. So yellow is now counting 1.
And with backing with the red rock sitting in the back 12.
Certainly hittable if you can get a corner of it.
And it looks like that's what they're trying to do.
Yep. Looks like this might be a little wide, but if it comes back, they might get a piece of this. It's going to miss it just by a little bit. That's the most frustrating shot as a curler.
And took out the red in the back.
Remove the backing, though, so not all bad. It's not always bad to remove your own stone. Still got some rocks left to go on sheet A. Looks like Skip's first rocks on sheet A. And Skip's rocks also being played on sheet C. So you definitely have the speedy Long Island curlers going here on sheet B.
So it looks like he's just trying to throw a guard.
Yeah, that
Guard
would be
shot
my
rock.
guess. Guard, even down to it, would be fine. But looks pretty wide. A little wide, a little bit heavy.
Sheet A, there's a rock underway that may end up drawing the 4-foot. Little tick on the guard. Not hard enough to get it in.
All right, so that rock from yellow on sheet B was a little wide and a little heavy, so we're going to be looking at a takeout. It's actually a double there, but looks like we're just going to play for a hit for one.
There is a double, but at 5 and under, get what you can get, and if you get lucky with the other one, great.
Listen, I might get lucky and make it. These guys might get lucky and make it. None of us would really call it, probably.
With you, Erin, it's not luck.
That's right, I miss it on purpose.
And we promoted another yellow rock in the house.
Yep, we've got a lot of yellow rocks in the house, but there are no guards out in front, so it's not a total disaster here for red. They still have a chance to set things up. Or blank the end if they so desire.
It's tough to blank the end starting with all those rocks in there.
Well, you'd have to throw a double, so we're right back to the, can any of us make a double on purpose?
So another yellow rock underway.
I'm assuming we're going to be guarding something near the center line, hopefully.
Sweepers are just walking that one in as well.
So this one's looking a little heavy too, and a little bit offline. So we're going to end up with a, this time a wall of Yellowstones in the house.
That's actually not a terrible result.
Nope. It's a pretty good call here to freeze a red rock in there.
So we're back to Adrian, I think.
If you get a red rock in here, you should be able to salvage the end, I think. Now got yellow counting 2 on sheet A with 2 rocks left to play.
2 or 3. There's 3 on sheet A. Rock looks a little heavy for a draw.
Oh, I guess they called a hit, or maybe not. Well, whether they called a hit or not, they got one.
They got the hit, but still 1, 2, and 3 yellow on
Yellow's
sheet
still
B.
counting 3. But there is a red rock in play now. And on sheet C, we've still got 2 rocks to play, and we've got yellow counting possibly 2, depending on whether that rock in the back is biting. Well, there's not that much to think about here on sheet B, I wouldn't think, but looks like he's, is he guarding or drawing another one in?
Looking for a guard, but guarding an open spot on the left-hand side.
All right, well, that's an interesting decision. I guess he's guarding the, I don't know why he guarded that. He did get the shot that he called for. Looks like we've, can you hear me in your headset? All right, looks like we lost Mike, so I've been talking to myself for a while. It probably sounded a little strange, but I promise you he is actually still here.
Red rock is on the way. I've been pretty
Stand by, technical difficulties. All right, it looks like that takeout by red was not made, so we still got yellow counting 3.
And now yellow's putting up a guard where we'd expect to see it.
Yeah, although that's pretty tight ice. I think we're going to see this curl past where it would be most useful.
Well, Erin, you and I have the great advantage of playing here a lot, so we know what
That
the
is
ice
true.
is going to do.
That is true. I do not know what Long Island ice does. I understand it changes quite a bit from day to day.
But it's, again, not a bad result. They're lying 4. After
Yep. I think we're going to hopefully see a hit And maybe even a little roll under some of those yellows here by red. I think
Looks like he's having her draw in and has plenty of ice, I think.
All right, so we're going to see a freeze. I guess with last rock, he figures he'll still have a chance to salvage the end, even if this isn't made. I think at this point, I'd probably be panicking and hitting everything in sight.
Well, one thing he doesn't need here is a guard. Weight looks good.
Looks like it looks like pack weight, maybe.
So overswept a bit there.
Well, we're going to remove a yellow, so that's good. It's going to be wide open, so yellow can hit him right back, but he'll have a shot at least with his last to score.
And he probably really does need to score in this end because he's down 3-1. If they get steal 1, steal 2 is not going to be a good thing.
The last thing you want to do is keep giving up steal, steal, steal. That can beat a team into the ground pretty quickly.
It's a bad feeling.
Yes. We've all been there.
Well, sheet A is still yellow, sitting 1, 2, and 3, and drawing for 4.
And I'm sorry we did not see what happened on sheet C. Looks like yellow scored. Indeed,
yellow.
They did. It looks like it's now 5-3 after 4 on sheet C. And we're going to see a takeout here from yellow coming down the pike in a moment. Is this Skips Rock on sheet A? Or hammer on sheet A?
Last hammer on A, drawing for 4.
Well, the sweepers are backing off this. I think it probably needs to curl a little bit. Looks like it's on the outside guard. But it's looking like it's coming in there very nicely.
And the shot on B.
Maybe a touch
Very
heavy,
nice
but it's
lightweight
got
tap.
backing.
Very nice lightweight tap. Well done shot.
And that looks like it's going to be a score of 4 for yellow on sheet A. So it'll be 7-3.
4 plus 3 is 7.
Yes. Thank you. We are lawyers, not mathematicians or accountants. It's another reason they don't let lawyers talk about curling on the internet, because we can't add.
Well, Dion is thinking that steal of 3, and I assume he's talking about sheet B, effectively ends the game.
On sheet B. Yes, a steal of 3 would be pretty rough for red. But again, it's 5 and under curling.
Yeah, there was a game in the last match where teams scored 4 to go up 7-3, and then promptly gave up 4 to have the game be tied.
I've played in a game like that where we gave up 4 when we were already down 1, and then came back and scored 4 and stole 2 to win the game. So anything can happen.
Well, Matt's rock is on the way.
This looks a little wide, but he is going to hit something yellow. He might even get 2 yellows here. So, and he does.
All right, well done.
So that is a double takeout. Well played.
He's cut him to 1. Very nice shot.
Yellow is still counting 1, but that's a lot better than yellow counting 4.
Dion, I'm sure that makes you happy.
Dion, how do you feel about a steal of 1? So it looks like we're going to see a guard here from yellow. Possibly a freeze, hard to say. It's pretty tight ice again. I think if you're going to guard here, it's important to get it in the right spot. Otherwise, you're giving up 2 after sitting 4.
True. I'd consider hitting the red and make him make a shot.
I think that's the call. Hit the red, give up 1, you're still leading. But it's 5 and under curling.
And you need to throw what you're comfortable throwing.
Yes. I think, though, again, we have the advantage of having played on this ice. I think you need a little bit more ice for a guard, but let's watch him prove me wrong. Looks like it's a fair amount of weight on this one, too. Yeah, and that's gonna over curl. Let's see where it ends up. Okay, so it looks like we're gonna have a open hit for 2 for red. So that's a good spot for them to be in. Well, Dion, 1 with hammer or perhaps 2 with hammer.
Is that a little duck emoji that you have there? Hard to tell.
It does look like a happy duck. Looks like Dion also agreed with you strategy-wise that he would have taken out that red.
All right, so Matt's getting himself set.
All right, so we've got the
he's
takeout on the
lined
way. Pretty critical shot here.
Down, pull back, sliding out, and it's off. He threw it pretty
And
hard.
that looks pretty wide to me. But here it comes.
The last shot down this line curled a bit.
It's curling quite a bit. This looks really, really good.
He's got it.
Looks like he's got just to the inside and a roll under, and that is 2
very,
red.
very nice shot.
So that's got to be a great feeling after looking at 4 yellows not too long ago.
Oh, that's right. He's made 2 delicate shots like that. He had one in the
made some
first
great
end.
shots, Matt. So we now have a tie game on sheet B. It's going to be a nail biter all the way down to the end. On sheet A, it looks like it's pretty early in the 5th, but we have yellow counting 1. And on sheet C, it looks like there's nothing in the house quite yet. Oh, no, wait, there's a red that just appeared in the 12-foot.
All right, so we got tie game, 3 ends to go.
And right back in the hack again. They want to keep things exciting and moving along. And we're going to be looking for a center guard here from Mandy.
But Long Island 1's got to be happy having the hammer here, then again in the 8th end.
Dion's going to be here for the club playdowns, and I would imagine there will be streaming. I don't know if we can guarantee you're going to get the same commentating team, but that might be a bonus for you guys. I will be here operating the timers, though. I'm told that I have to learn how to press stop and start reliably.
There's more pressure with that timing than you would think. I did it when the Olympic playdowns were here a few years ago.
Did you get people giving you nasty looks when you forgot to press start?
No, you give yourself the pressure.
Oh. I'm told it's hard to pay attention for that long without your mind wandering off.
And you've got to pay less, especially now with thinking time instead of running time. You have to pay attention to what's going on with the skips more than the game.
Interesting.
And keep your friends from distracting you when you're sitting at the glass.
Maybe I should just put in some earplugs and ignore everyone.
Well, Mike Stefanik or someone from GNCC recommended that you put headphones on and listen to music and ignore your friends.
It's an interesting thought. It will be fun to watch the games, though, I hope.
Yep.
Should be some good curling.
And good luck to you, Dion. Hope you and your team do well. All right, so red was looking to guard its rock on the button there, but the draw came heavy and is through.
I actually didn't see the call, so... Oh, for those of you looking for an update on the duck, what's going on?
Now it's back. Nice little tap back by yellow.
Sadly, even after the last push by the Brooklyn team, the duck is still only about 25% inflated. I really think somebody needs to get those poor guys some reinforcements before they pass out.
So it looks like they're just going to exchange hits here for a little while till somebody misses a shot. and
Dion
changes
is already
things.
threatening me. We're a month and a half away or so, and I'm already getting threats from the players. But don't worry, Dion, if you give me a dirty look, I'll give you one right back. All right, so looks like we had a made takeout here on sheet B. And red is drawing into the back 12. I suspect we'll see, well, I think I would hit.
I like freezing to the yellow in the back.
Yeah, freeze, hit. I think we're going to see a guard, it looks like.
I don't know if I'd hit it. I think I'd put a guard up before I hit it.
Well, yellow's got hammer. I'm not entirely certain what the call is. Looks like maybe a guard on the center.
It's a little bit heavy.
Well, it's not bad though, because yellow's going to be, well, they're going to be counting too, but that's a nice fat double takeout if they choose to throw it. But I think in a 5 and under, you're usually just happy if they make contact with one of them. So
Yeah, but it looks like Matt is out there lining the double up.
it does look like that. I think typically what I would do is call for the hit on the top yellow and hope for the double. Quite a bit of ice though, so not entirely certain what he called. Maybe the hit and roll under.
With 5 and under, I would definitely come this way rather than the other way. That way you can get one or the other depending on what happens.
Yeah. Well, he is calling for the sweep. And we are going to make
get at least
contact
one
with
of
the
them.
top one.
Not enough weight
I don't think
to
it's
get.
enough, yeah. Well, they made contact with both of them, just not enough weight to move them off the forefoot.
Red's trying to steal. I'd think about drawing into those yellows. You don't have to make a perfect shot.
Yeah, I don't know if they're trying to steal, but we'll have to see. Yellow can sit 3 here.
Oh, I
But like
thought
you said,
I was
they're
thinking
gonna-
red was throwing. I didn't realize yellow was.
But even if they are sitting 3, everything's going to be behind the tee, so we'll have to see what happens. Looks like this is going to
That's a bit more weight than he
into
wanted.
the pocket.
That's actually not very bad.
No, it's not. I think if you're red, you got to blast away here. It's much too dangerous to leave all those yellows sitting around.
6th end, not much time left. Let's see what's
Looks like
Susan
Susan
throwing.
is throwing for red. That is takeout weight.
Rock's on the way. The sweepers are working hard.
And it looks like she's going to hit something yellow. Not sure which one, but looks like she removed one of the
Got
yellows.
one of them out, and the other 2 are behind the tee line.
So that's pretty good result. The other 2 were lined up so they can get rid of at least the back one with the next shot, depending on where this guard ends up. If you're yellow, you might consider putting one top 8 or top 4 here.
Line is the key.
That is true. He is guarding, looks like the 8-foot, which is an odd place for it. But it is 5 and under curling.
One of the first skips that I played with here used to tell me that sometimes the best guard is second shot, or in this case, third shot.
I've been working on that philosophy recently because I think as club curlers there are two things we don't do as much as we should. One is putting one in the house. We guard when we should put one in the house. Thank you, Judith. Judith just brought me refreshments. And the other is that we do not peel as often as we should. Partly because a lot of times we have a front end who cannot hit, but that is the life of a club curler.
Yeah, when you get to play with people who can peel those guards away, it's a whole different ballgame.
That's got to be great. I don't think that's ever happened to me yet because I am not a good enough skip to have a good team, but one of these days maybe. Looks like this draw is going to be a little bit heavy, so yellow is still counting 2. So yellow's going to have another shot at this guard. Take a little bit more ice this time, I hope.
Looks like about the same.
It's a hair more. I think I'd be probably on the edge of the 12-foot there. Or edge of the 8-foot, I should say.
Well, it's edge of 12, too.
Between the 8 and the 12. I didn't want people to think you had to be over on the other sheet to make this guard. This looks a little heavy and a little bit over curling, so we're going to end up with this time a wall of yellow in the back of the house. And I think if you're red, you kind of have to hit here.
All right, so looking over at sheet A, red is lying 1, sitting basically on the button with
a big mess of stones out in front of the house.
In front of the house. Yellow is 2, 3, and 4. So if they can get yellow can get the red out, they're in good shape. And I don't see what just happened on sheet C. They just finished up fifth end over there.
We are not paying enough attention to sheet C, which makes us terrible announcers. We apologize to all the relatives of the people who are on sheet C.
But that's not the only thing that makes us terrible announcers.
That's true.
All right, so we've got a hit on its way. A lot of weight, but he's wide.
And Jim Borges chimed in to let us know that Joyance also likes to peel. So, Jim, did you have Joyance skipping for you? Because I think that's it's against the rules. Or was she just telling you what shots to call?
I curled for 2 years with Joyance. It was fun.
A lot of peeling?
A lot of peeling.
Yeah.
So it looks like we're trying to get another guard, and they are taking a wee bit more ice, but not a lot. And when you look at how much it was curling at weight, at big weight.
Well,
hey, the duck has arrived.
The duck lives. I think the guys from Brooklyn look a little nauseated right now, I think. The duck is now being carried around the warm room. I think we're going to need to get that on video. It looks larger than last year's duck.
All right, well, the guard, it's on its way. It looks a little heavy and wide.
Heavy. But the good news is there's a red rock in the way, so it's going to slow it down.
What are they saying?
They're chanting something, and I'm not entirely certain it's appropriate for the broadcast, so we're going to refrain from telling you what it is.
Okay, when we go off mic, tell me, because I don't know what the heck they were saying.
I think it might have rhymed with duck.
Oh.
It might have also been something completely innocent, so I'm not sure.
No, the fellow with the duck costume is sitting with the duck.
We'll get on it. We have Nicole Mikuleski here advising us that the duck is underinflated. But he is making the rounds of the warm room right now.
There are no words sometimes. All right, Red Rocket's on its way, trying to draw into those two in the forefoot, I imagine. Weight looks decent.
Nose hit would have been good there, too.
Actually, it's a little heavy.
A little heavy. Very heavy. So that one is right through. We could get the duck on the warm room camera here if the boys will bring it around.
Wait.
We've got Corey, who is actually smaller than the duck.
We need to have the duck costume guy hold the duck.
All right. Here we are with the inflatable duck and the guy in the duck costume.
We have the duck riding the inflatable
So if
duck.
I can just get my chair out of the way, you'll get a better view of him. There we go. It's
I
really
hope you don't mind that we're
fantastic
covering the
inflatable
duck as much as we're covering the game on the ice.
Well, they can see what's happening in the game. All right. This is going to be all you're going to see for the rest of the broadcast is this guy
Right.
with the duck.
Yellow's trying to throw another guard. And wide again.
Well, that's good because they weren't taking enough ice anyway.
So
All right.
wide that it ended up on sheet A.
Okay, well, that's pretty wide then. I guess they were.
Maybe he was throwing it away.
I guess he was, maybe throwing it away. Or, well, maybe he was trying to draw in, I would think. So that's going to be a score of 2 yellow. I would assume that if that was the hammer, he would have been trying to draw down to the.
That's what I would
two
have
in the
thought
house.
too.
But it is 5 and under curling. So the score is 5-3, Long Island won after 6. And on sheet A,
They haven't hung the score.
I think they're still
It's 7-4 after 5.
7-4 after 5. Okay. They're full end behind, I suppose, now. And on sheet C, it is 6-3 yellow after 5.
So Yellow put up an almost nice center guard. Looks like Matt Hall wants to draw around behind it.
Continuing the strategy of getting rocks in the house early on.
And Matt's got to get 2 here and try and steal in the last.
Or 3 here. Be
Or
nice
3.
too.
It is
4.
5 and under curling.
4 or 5 would also be nice. Got to think big.
Or go home.
And that's going to come up short.
It's going to
so,
tick the yellow over to this more closer to the center.
All right, we're looking for another draw in here from Yellow is throwing now. This is this Zach throwing? No,
I think
Yes?
it's still Zach, right?
it is still Zach.
They told me before the game, among the things they told me is that Zach is the best player on the team. Although the ice has gotten pretty swingy. That's
I
just
see that in your little notes. What does that say? First win.
greatest wife.
Yeah.
Oh, and I didn't mention this earlier. The Yellow team is looking for their first win ever at Ardsley.
Oh, okay. Well, they're in the lead, so they got a shot at it. Looks like we're building another wall of stones in the front of the house here. But someone's bound to get one in eventually. For those of you wondering about the duck, he is now sitting on a table in the warm room. And that draw is through the house, so we are still waiting for our first counting stone.
Trying another draw. I'm not sure that's enough ice. Again. No, he just gave some more.
Yeah, he heard you.
I know we can hear them. I didn't know it was the other way around.
He may have his phone on and tuned in to our broadcast. And this looks like it's pretty narrow, but could potentially tap up that yellow in the middle.
Or he could have been calling for the tap to begin with, too.
Could have been, although the broom was out there quite a ways.
The wall just got wider.
That's not going to quite get there, but yellow is set up really nicely to steal. I think red's going to have to get some rocks in the house in a hurry.
All right, Adrian's getting set. Pulls back, slides out. And the rock is away.
And
Sweepers jump right on it.
They seem to be thinking this one's a
No,
little bit
they're back off it now.
I think we're on the yellows, and they're hoping not to tap them in. And it looks like she's just going to tick the top yellow.
Well, if they open it up a little bit, it's not terrible, but that's not what happened.
Would have been nice if that red had stuck around, but can't have everything. We're going to probably see another tap or a draw around from yellow. Instead, we're going to see a corner guard.
I'm confused.
So am I. I'm not sure what he's guarding because there's nothing in the house, but maybe he's an evil genius.
I would think the shot would be a draw or tap as plan B or tap and draw as plan B.
Yeah, the where he was tapping the broom didn't look like it was
no, and the rock is so light.
Draw. But this is going to end up being another guard.
This is going to guard the wall.
Or join the wall. It is another brick in the wall.
If it gets over. And it has not gotten over.
All right, so I'm thinking we're going to see a draw now. And we're taking plenty of ice this time around.
There's still Adrian, She's back, sliding out.
Looks like she's not out to the broom. But also a fair amount of weight, so we might see a little tick and roll in here.
The sweepers were on it. They probably didn't need to be.
That's going to go through again.
I know they were worried about the guard, and you don't want to tap that yellow in.
Right. If you come off that a little bit earlier, you might get a corner of the yellow and roll your shooter in.
He's calling for that shot again. This time coming the other way.
I think putting a corner guard up here just gives red something to draw behind, so I don't think I'd do this. I think I'd either draw behind or tap up that yellow in the middle.
No, I'm with you on that. But there are the evil genius skips that have figured this stuff out.
That's true. Well, we see that Jim agrees with him, so there are differences of opinions on this one. That is pretty far out there, though, so I think red's still going to try to draw to the middle.
Pulls back, pushes out, uses a stabilizer.
like
Like,
I do.
she's a little bit more out to the broom, but still.
A little wobbly, but weight's not
heavy.
bad.
This might be
It's on the-
get
might
a
be-
little tick and roll here.
Might
No,
be. I think it's on the yellow. It's going
it
to
is
raise
on
the yellow.
I think they needed to sweep that
They
out a
should've
little bit more. Try to get the red to roll in. So that yellow is now under cover.
Behind the tee. Room to draw to it if you want.
Yeah. With that red out in front. Well, the port might be there. But red's got to score, find a way to score 2 here. So
I'd think about hitting the red instead of trying this draw. Get the rock out of there.
yeah, I'm not clear on what the call was here. I don't know if he's
he-
guarding the red.
I thought he was looking for another corner guard.
I think this is just going to tap the red in. Oh, maybe just tap it off to the side.
Oh,
So that opens up the house a bit. Red's going to have some options here. They can draw down to the yellow that's sitting on the edge of the 4.
but yellow's 1 and 2.
Yeah, that is true.
Force him to make some shots. That was a pretty good miss. So Matt wants him to draw, freeze to the yellow. It's just behind the tee line.
Yep, I think that's the one and only call here.
Susan set, pulls back, and she's away. Nice clean release.
Weight looks,
Sweepers
sweepers think
are
it's a
just
little
walking.
heavy, but
The sweepers are sweeping now.
I think they're worried about the line, but I think you can come off that unless it's light.
Got
Looks
a
like you're
curl.
going to get by with plenty of room. It's got to come up, though. Got that sit. And that's going to be heavy. That's going to go to the back of the house. So the sweepers could have been off that a little bit earlier, but I don't think it would have mattered. Oh. Getting set up for some more festivities in here, which we are not allowed to talk about here on the internet.
Well, it's my first appearance at a Cool Duck, so I'm interested to watch what
have
happens.
you never done a 5 and under?
No. It was a in-house bonspiel when I was a 5 and under.
You're in for a treat. But I can't tell you about it.
Well, you'll have to kill me.
All the 5 and unders out there will know what I'm talking about, but most of the 5 and unders should be in here right now.
Yeah, the rock's away.
And I assume we're going to be seeing, I don't know what we're going to be seeing.
He's trying to draw around, but he's wide and threw
Yeah,
it out
that's
a little bit.
headed towards sheet A. Might actually tap in a red, but nope.
Not
no
enough to
harm done.
outcount the yellows.
So we're going to see another try at that draw. Looks like we've got a little bit less ice now.
This is, I think, Matt Wall's first shot, right?
I believe that is right. And while we're waiting on sheet A, we have yellow counting 2 with a few rocks left to play. And on sheet C, it looks like red is counting either 1 or 2. I can't get a really good look at the house, but
Well, on A, if yellow gets 2, I think it's handshake time there.
that's probably right, although red's got plenty of house to throw to here. Looks like this is this the hammer coming up?
Yes, I believe it is.
So it looks like red's got to draw to the 8 foot to score.
Yeah, at least full 8. All right, Matt's getting ready to shoot. He's out.
And that looks a little heavy to me. Sweepers are jogging along halfway down the ice, so
That is probably through.
looks like it. It's a frustrating feeling as a skip not to be able to find draw weight.
And I was just thinking, I hate when that happens to me.
I have thrown more than my share of rocks through the house as a skip.
Treat with a capital T. Maybe you could explain what that means.
I think he's telling us how much he's enjoying our commentary. That's how I'm going to take it. Either that or he just broke open a six-pack and he's really enjoying it. Or both.
You are good, Aaron. I give you that. All right, on sheet A, the hammer rock is on its way.
Let's see. That looks like
Need full 8. Looks like it may be on the guard.
On that guard. Boy, you got to hope that curls past it. Look, here it comes. It's curling now.
They still got
now
a sweep.
You can go, boys and girl. And that is going to crash on the outside guards. Right. I think we're looking at 2 yellow on sheet A and possibly handshakes.
Which makes the score 9-4 after 6. Yellow drawing here on sheet B.
According to Jim, there was a great draw into the 4 foot on sheet C, which we completely missed.
We did, and they're measuring over on C.
Oh, look at that.
Jim, thank you for paying attention. Was that the T treat with the capital T?
Jim is our off-ice reporter.
Off-site reporter.
Off-site reporter. Much more attentive than the on-site reporters, apparently. Wonder how the Rangers are now up 2-0. In case you're watching us instead of them.
You may be violating their broadcast rights by saying that.
By announcing the score? I don't think so. I'm allowed to report facts. It's not copyrighted. And that is an official legal opinion from lawyers who curl. Looks like there's going to be a hit, I assume. It's like a wide open hit here for 1.
Hit for 1.
Well,
I think it's a little wide.
He chucked that, but his last one came back, so we've been wrong before. That looks like it needs to do a lot of curling in the last few feet, though.
It's starting to come, but I don't know if it's going to come enough.
I don't think it's going to come. Oh, he's going to get a piece of it.
He's got it.
Oh, but not enough to score. So it's 1 yellow. It looks like it's going to be 6-3 yellow after 7.
So 6-3 after 7. Let's see how they play it. Looks like somebody won a bet. I don't know what the heck they were betting on, but somebody won something, for something. Well, yellow scored on C, so I don't know how many they scored, but they're up pretty big on sheet C. Oh, no, red scored. I thought I saw yellow rock. This game may be close again.
Well, there's someone standing in front of the scoreboard, so it's kind of hard to tell.
Now, it looks like he's called for a center guard up 3 coming home in the last end.
I think I'd play into the house here if I were yellow.
Okay, Jim, now I understand. Thank you.
All right, so we have a corner-ish guard just over the hog line that you can sort of see.
Yeah, and Long Island 1 may live to regret that rock.
Yeah. Well, if you're red, you're looking for
guards and they're thrown
rocks
in.
in the house. Unfortunately, this one is going right through.
It's going the opposite way. That may stick around. Nope, right through.
So that's the last thing you want if you're red. You really need those rocks to be in play somewhere.
Just like George Costanza and Seinfeld, do the opposite of what you ought to be doing.
You should have told her to throw it through, and it would have been in the house. We've all been there too.
Sadly.
So it's 9-4 on sheet A, and they're still playing.
And they haven't hung the score on. I guess they. Let's see, on sheet C.
Like red must have scored. Jim probably knows. He'll tell us.
All right, so yellow's giving red 2 guards to hide behind.
Indeed. And red's got to get one under there. Looks like we're a little bit heavy again. Red's got to hope this one sticks around. It's curling a little bit, so it might hang in there. So if you're red, keep your fingers crossed.
Ooh,
just
almost
through.
stayed.
Just through. But possibly still, nope, not in play. Okay, so red scored at least 2 on sheet C. So it's either a 1-point game or a tie game. Thank you, Jim.
Jim will make sure you go in the credits when this is published. Yellow's got a rock underway. Looks a little bit heavy, but this may end up.
I think if you're yellow at this point, you should be taking out your own guards. But looks like they're trying to draw in.
For newer curlers, I think that's a bit counterintuitive to take your own rocks out.
Oh, yeah.
It is another center guard.
But we do have more guards in play, so red's got all sorts of things to draw behind if they want.
Yeah, red has got to be liking the house.
I don't play the takeout.
Is he taking it out?
He's playing a takeout.
George Costanza, where are you?
So for all of you trying to learn curling strategy, this is not the call that we would recommend if you're down 3 with the hammer. You want rocks in play and rocks in the house. If you've got guards out in front, use them, don't take them out. But it's a learning curve.
Okay, you're off it now. Stop sweeping.
Well, the good news is it looks like this might tick and stick around. No, just missed it.
Red struggling a bit in this end when they need rocks in play and rocks in the house.
Yes. Unfortunately. On sheet A, yellow is counting 1. Although they don't care too much about that. Yellow's mostly just going to be taking out red rocks.
And they still haven't hung the score on sheet C, so we don't know whether it's down 1 or a tie.
Someone's going to put it up eventually.
Yellow's got another guard underway on sheet B. But it may not make the hog line, which would be a good thing.
It's a good thing for yellow. Probably a good thing for red as well, because they're running out of ways to get into the house, I think. All right, so the house looks just the same as it did before, and they're playing that takeout again.
Adrian's shot underway.
And she
Sweepers
is, it
are
looks like,
working.
going to make contact this time. All right, So she takes out the yellow guard, and we now have a red rock out in front. So not all bad.
Now, if I were yellow, I'd just remove that rock. It looks like that's what he's trying to do.
I think so. On sheet A, I think red's got to be pretty close to running out of... Oh, they're only in the 7th end.
Okay. Only in the 7th end, yep.
Never mind.
Rock's on the way on B. This may cross and jam.
Looks like it's going to probably miss the red.
It's a draw weight rock.
So, wayward shot.
Leave it around, leave it around. Don't, no.
He's going to sweep that through. I'm hoping we're going to see a draw now, and yes, we will.
I'd have thought about leaving it in the back as a catcher.
Yes. Especially since everybody's been heavy the past few ends. Some rocks in the back of the house aren't necessarily a bad thing.
So she's playing the draw, and if it overcurls, they have the tap.
Yes.
But she's light.
Well, the sweepers are working pretty hard here. Still moving. So we are going to get a tap. It's just a question of how far.
Can they get it enough?
Looks like they're just going to split them off. So red's still struggling, but stranger things have happened. It's not over yet.
Because
it's 5 and under curling, and anything can happen. We have a score on sheet C yet? No. They must not know they're being broadcast.
This yellow rock is not going to remove the reds, but it'll take the promotes away.
Yeah,
not that there's much
add
of
to
those
the little
angles
pile
anyway.
there. So the good news for red is there are still all sorts of rocks to draw behind.
And yellow right now is potentially on its way to win its first game at Ardsley.
Oh. Talking not their first game ever.
Ever at Ardsley, but they're only second
ever
year
at
curlers.
Ardsley. But they must have won games somewhere.
Right, just they were talking about at Ardsley.
Oh, just at Ardsley, okay. And red is trying to draw in here, so looks like we might have another one that's a little bit heavy.
That should
and
stick
that
around.
one is going to stick around. So red now has a rock. Uh-oh.
No, it's still there.
It looks like it's just biting the back 12, so they used all of the house, but they did get one in there.
So red needs 3, so that's helping them.
All right, so I think yellow, I think you'd be playing a hit here, but they might also be drawing. Nobody, because we can't broadcast that. All right, so yellow is, I'm not sure if he's calling a draw or a hit here.
Yeah, unclear with that ice. May just be looking to clog things up a bit more, make it hard for red to get some rocks in.
Yeah, it's possible too. I think I'd want to remove that red stone though, just to be safe.
Yeah, you remove the stone, they can't win.
That does not look look heavy enough.
Oh, it's heavy enough to clog it up.
Yeah, that's a guard.
No,
Well,
stop
it's
sweeping.
Gonna,
Stop
it's
sweeping.
going to overcurl right into that pile there. Well, maybe not. Still room for red to get rocks in the house, though. They're going to try the other side. Going to have to throw a little bit extra weight here. I think they're way out there in the wings.
They are, and this is, if you remember from early in the game, this falls hard to sheet C.
Well, it does run pretty straight out there, and if you chuck it wide at all, it's not going to come back. And on sheet C, they are refusing to put that score up.
So this is really a must-make for Matt.
Yeah, he's got to get this one in, otherwise
He's
out of rocks. So everybody keep your fingers crossed for Matt here.
They tighten the ice up a little bit, which is probably a good decision given that wall, the way it falls.
Well, he's certainly thrown some weight. Sweepers better beyond that,
Gotta
though.
go.
I think it looks
It's a
like
little
it's
light.
dying. And that is not going to have the legs, I don't think.
And I'm not sure that was the sweeper's fault. I think they got called up. That should be the ball game.
So I think red is now out of rocks, but this is going to be up to the skips.
Matt's putting
Yep,
his
he's putting his gripper on, so I think we're going to see handshakes.
Unless he's just doing it to walk back up the ice. They need 3, right?
Yes, he does.
I don't see how.
Yeah. Well, yeah, you had to come over here. Well, Matt Gallegos is here complaining that we didn't put him on, so we're going to let him sit down and tell you all how horrible we are.
You guys did a fantastic job.
How would you know?
Can you do your second on-air interview, Erin?
Apparently, he's been standing right behind us listening to us all evening, waiting for us to put him on.
I'm really sorry.
I was standing here watching the A game for quite a bit.
So for those of you who have been waiting with bated breath to hear Matt Gallegos, there are 16 people who have been sitting there waiting to hear him, and we didn't let him on. We're very sorry. But there is another microphone if you'd like to pick it up. Oh, it doesn't work. Never mind.
Well, here, I can hand you mine. You're actually turning down an opportunity to talk?
Maybe Matt can explain to us how red is going to get 3.
Yeah, as the elite curler that you are, how can red get 3 out of this?
Red is fucked.
No, that's ducked. He said ducked.
Red is ducked. This is the cool duck.
But good luck to them.
Oh, and we do have a score on sheet C. It is 6-5 yellow, so that was a score of 2 by red 15 minutes ago. And red has dreamt up a shot that they think is going to get them 3. I don't see it. I guess he's looking at some kind of split, but I think that's just going to jam on the yellow. So
This is the kind of shot that gets made against me by accident.
I'm not even sure you could make it by accident. Well, okay.
So it looks like he hit.
I don't think this is what he called, but I think maybe
You hit it on the
if
nose.
you hit that outside yellow, I know. Even then, I don't think you could roll in.
Well, he's hitting one up high, and who knows what's going to happen here.
Oh, well, that was a lot of weight and a lot of rocks moving, but it's still only a score of 1 by red. So congratulations to Dave Ruckdeschel and his team on their first win at Ardsley.
First win at Ardsley, Long Island Curling Club won, and they get to play tomorrow, and the other team gets to hang out for the rest of the night.
And drink. Yay!
Or not.
That's the great thing about curling. Even if you lose, there's still a bar.
So we should probably just stay on and finish the other two games.
Yeah, why not? So on sheet C, it is now a score of 2 more for red. So it's 7-6 after 7. And yellow will have the hammer coming home. And on sheet A, it looks like red's going to score 1. Was that the hammer?
I don't know. I can't see down there.
All right, red is counting 1.
No more rocks back there.
Well, they're not kicking anything away. There we go. All right, so red is going to score 1 on sheet A. It's going to be 9-5 after 7.
Oh, they'll keep playing that, I think.
But we'll turn our attention to sheet C, where we have a 1-point game. And that is handshakes. No, it's not. Never mind.
The applause is for
That's the game over on sheet
B. All right, so red has one of those dreaded half corner, half center line guards up on C.
On our screen, it's hiding behind a logo, so it's a little bit hard to see it.
Yellow's rock is underway. Yellow
This
needs
is,
to
Allison Kenny
get
from-
1 for a tie.
from Jersey Pinelands. I think we're going to see from, well, yellow's got the hammer, so I think we'll see them.
And she's promoted the red into a better center guard. That's probably
All
not
right.
what she wanted to do.
Well, yellow's got a corner-ish guard themselves, and red's got a center guard, so they're probably both reasonably happy with the result.
Right, and the skip for
And good night to Dion, who was who apparently was watching sheet B, so he's logged off.
all right, good night, Dion. Thank you for staying for us for
We
2
are up
hours.
to 17 viewers, though, so.
All right. Scott Burk on sheet C is called for a draw or promote. I think he'd be happy with either one.
And it looks like it is going to tap the red.
And stay outside the house.
Neither one of them will be in the house. But it's going to be tough for yellow to use its corner guard now, so they're just going to come behind the reds.
And on sheet A, red has gotten a rock in the house. Yellow must have missed. Now they'll be looking to put up a guard. They need 4.
It's a tall order here for red. They've got to steal 4. But they're not giving up. And that's going to be through. And here comes yellow. This one's also going to be through, so still got an empty house on sheet C. Oh, we lost 5 viewers at the end of that game. How about that?
5 viewers in that game ended. We had a heavy Long Island audience. The Nielsen's will show that
Yeah, it was.
tomorrow.
It was probably all Long Island. Do you have any Long Island teams left? Oh, we got one. Some of the Long Island folks are sticking with us. I bet you Jim's still there. And we've got red throwing what's probably supposed to be a draw. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I don't know what the call was.
The draw looks like it might stick around. Well, actually, no. It's going to end up as a corner guard. So yellow's got a lot of options here. There's nothing in the house and lots of guards out in front.
It's a race to the 4-foot on C. First team to the 4 wins the end.
Well, if you're yellow, you kind of want to get more than one rock in there, but let's start with 1.
You got to get 1. Two's gravy.
Two is even better. Oh, see that? Jim is still there.
All right.
And yellow's going to tap a red to a biting position. Red's going to put another guard up, looks like.
Yeah, I think so. And on sheet A, they're just going to run them out of rocks eventually.
Yeah, it looks like the red rocks are all gone, and yellow is now hitting their own. So
And on sheet C, I don't know if he's drawing around or playing the promote. Probably whatever he gets here, he'll be happy with.
I think he called for a guard. Oh, we have some Albany fans joining us for the late draw. They're looking forward to Brian Stewart's match, which I guess is coming up after this one is over. So welcome. I do not think we will be commenting on that one, but certainly the web stream will still be going.
And they're hanging at Brian's game is going to be on sheet B. So the game you're looking at is going to be on B when we get started again. So red drew in on C but didn't get buried. There's a hit and roll here for yellow to sit one.
Yeah, that would be, if it's made, it'll be great for yellow. We'll have one in the house undercover. Lots of rocks out in front to hide behind. Sweepers are walking this one down, so it must need a little bit of curl. Oh, no, on the guard.
Now you just put a guard up. That's what the skip's looking for.
Things are looking pretty good for red right now, but still some work to do. Where is Brian? Getting ready?
All right, the attempted guard is on the way. The sweepers are really going hard. This may not get over the hog line.
Benjamin, I don't think we will be commenting for the next draw, as far as I know. It is it's a one-time deal. You had to tune in for the 8 p.m. draw if you wanted to hear our witty and insightful commentary.
And you didn't miss much with me, but with Aaron you did.
Mike likes to sell himself short. He's very modest for a lawyer.
So on C, they did get that just barely over. That rock's going to cause a problem for yellow down the road.
So I think yellow still got that. It's not plugged into anything. This one is. Oh no, you're going to make John angry though if you plug something in. All right, so yellow got that hit by the guard, and it looks like they're going to get this red. Very nice shot.
Very nice shot.
I don't know who threw that, but it was a beautiful takeout and roll under. So things went from looking pretty good to for red to looking promising for yellow.
So Scott's calling a hit here. Depending on weight,
Yeah, it's hard
this
for
may
us
be
to
on
see how
that guard.
it's hard for us to see how the guards are lined up.
Yeah, our booth is behind the middle sheet, and
But
it's hard to see the angles.
It looks to me like that yellow is undercover, so he might be trying to clear the guards.
I think he doesn't mind if he peels the guard.
Yeah. Well, he's going to peel the center guard. But yellow with hammer here is going to have a chance to sit too.
Yeah, peeling that at the end of the day may give yellow the win instead of just tie and play another end.
Yeah, there weren't a lot of great options for red there. I think maybe peeling the two guards that were protecting the yellow might have been the way to go. But
It's so easy from up here, like
I
we
know.
said before.
Well, the tough thing is that yellow rock is in such a great spot. If you're red, it's tough to do anything with it.
So in sheet C, they were run out of rocks. So the yellow team, pot luck, skip by Sam Williams, wins that game. Congratulations. And over on C, a pretty nicely placed guard. Not perfectly
Very
placed,
nice.
but it's in a good
Top
spot.
12 too, so yellow is now counting 2. I think that one on the 4-foot might be gettable now. That red guard is gone, but again, it's hard for us to see the angles from where we're sitting.
There's probably a port there, but it's not all that big.
I think you got to play, hack board weight, hope it curls enough to punch that out. And for those of you from Albany, Brian Stewart is getting ready to go out on the ice. So, Brian, your fans from Albany are saying hello to you. So,
Which ones?
somebody named Adam.
Mr. Weber. I'm not wearing a monocle tonight. I'm sorry.
That was Brian Stewart, who's getting ready to go out there and play an Albany team, apparently.
Adam, do you want a sub tomorrow morning? If we happen to beat Kelly, we need a sub for a 10 a.m. game. If you're interested, let me know.
All right, so we got the Red Rock coming down, and oh, he got a fortuitous
nicely
wick.
done.
Fortuitous wick off the guard there. We've got some boos for Mr. Stewart. All right, so that was a nice hit, or a lucky hit, I should say. Not quite what it was called, but worked out really well.
But we know that shot's there. And
Adam,
they're taking
drive
the effort now.
drive safely. We'll see you tomorrow morning. Looks like we're going to be looking at a control weight hit. Jim, thanks for watching.
Thanks, Jim. Appreciate it.
Glad
Sleep
you
well.
enjoyed it. All right, so we're looking at a little hit here from yellow.
A little light.
Well, sweepers like it. Line caller doesn't mind it.
No, it's
Oh, and that is kind of a stray shot.
and
And that yellow's going to
cover-
end up
and-
in a bad spot.
angle take on the yellow and the 12-foot.
Yeah, I think you just get rid of that. It's about to get really loud in here for those of you still watching. There might be some singing. All right, here comes the takeout. Looks like a fair amount of weight. Not seeing any panicky sweeping calls. Oh, they are sweeping it though. Nice shot. Got a nice little hit and roll there from red.
Oh, very
And
nice shot.
yellow's got some work to do here. It's hard to see the angles. I don't know if you can still get to that red that's in the 4-foot, but I think they've got to try it.
I would think with hack to board, hack weight.
They're coming the other way though.
I-
Interesting.
I don't like coming that way with all those rocks
Maybe
over there.
might be trying to run, but I'm not sure. Not sure it's there. Are we down to Skip's Rocks here? Looks like we are. Oh, this is the hammer.
Is this the hammer shot?
Well, I don't know how you get 2, but they're going to make a run at 1 here.
I tell you, Aaron, I would have come the other way, tap it through, get your 1,
Yeah, I think
play
so.
another end.
I think you got to try to get it from the other way. Well, she's.
Oh, she's trying to draw for the one, maybe.
Boy, I don't know why you'd draw that way, but. Well, it is not quite there. So it's going to be a win for CCVA and Scott Burke's team. So congratulations to them.
Congratulations.
And thank you, those of you who stuck with us all night, especially Jim, who's been with us and commenting all evening.
Yeah, no, thanks. Even though we're signing off, the video will stay on.
Video will stay on.
Erin, it was fun. I hope we get to do this
Great,
again.
Mike. I'm sure we'll do it again.